Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. Well, if you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. If you're a new member, could you please share, like, and subscribe to the channel? It helps people know when they post videos like this one. We're going to make a coconut flour bread, and this one over here calls for 7 eggs, large eggs. You're going to mix it all together well, and then we're going to take a half a cup of melted butter. We're going to let that cool before we put it in the egg, because we don't want to cook the egg. We're going to mix that a little bit, and then we're going to add a half a cup of coconut flour, and then we're going to mix that really well, and then we're going to have 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. We'll mix that up. Well, actually, before we'll mix it, we'll put a half a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and then we'll mix everything all up really well, and then we'll put it into a low pan, and we'll bake that in the oven at 355 degrees on a preheated oven for 45 to 50 minutes. And then when that's all done cooling and everything, we'll compare the two to see which one tastes better. I'm just doing an experiment. I never had the coconut flour bread before in that particular recipe, but I did have the 90-second almond flour bread. And when I first started my low-carb weight loss, I was pretty much was doing that regularly, and I'm trying to get back on track to coming up with doing a 7-day challenge for a keto challenge starting in May. But I'm going to be using both cameras. I got my small little M50 camera going over here on the side, and then I'm going to put my mobile camera on the top overhead. So when I'm going to be filming out that way in the back room, and then I'll cook everything into the front room, and then we'll come back and we'll take them both out of the pan together and do the comparison and taste test together, and which one was the best one. I think it's going to be the coconut flour one, but I don't know. But like I said, I've never made this before. But anyways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. And why don't we just go right into the recipe. And I'll talk over the video while I'm putting this all together. And, if I have a lot of background noise, and obviously I'll cut out the background noise and I'll put music in it. But yeah, okay, let's get right to the recipe. Hi guys, and welcome back to the back room. It's my little office over here, and today we're going to be making a coconut bread. We never made this recipe before. So we have our large mixing bowl out. We're going to crack 7 eggs, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, as far as the room temperature eggs, they didn't say nothing about that, so I'm just going by what the YouTuber said to do. I'll have the link below the video, by the way. And I got plenty of paper towels on hand. I have 8 eggs in my carton there, because I'm going to be using one for an almond flour 90-second keto bread. Ooh, that one's no good, so I'm not going to be able to use that one. Look at that one, that's all cracked. I missed that one when I got the eggs. Okay, that's 7 eggs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got our eggs all done. And I always have plenty of paper towels when I'm working in the back room or in the front room. It's always a good idea to have plenty of towels on hand. 7 large eggs. Now we're going to whisk them really well. Take our whisk. We're going to take our whisk. Break them up a little bit. Okay, so now we need to add a half a cup of melted butter. Now we happen to have a half a cup of melted butter right here. It's been cooled down a little bit, and then because we don't want to cook the egg, so we're going to pour that right into the egg mixture and mix that up. And that's the unsalted Kerrygold brand, by the way. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but just give that a quick stir. Now we're going to add a half a cup of coconut flour right here. We got it measured. Half a cup of coconut flour. And they said to mix that well. Keep that all nice and combine it to some type of a batter. You can already see it starting to come together for us. Like I said, I never made this before, so I'm anxious how it's going to taste. At this point, you should already have your oven preheating for 355. Sorry. Let's break up all those lumps. I suppose you could use a handheld mixer there, but I prefer to use the whisk. Just remember about the coconut flour and what everybody tells you about it. There, it absorbs quite a bit of liquid. I don't know what to tell you if you guys are allergic to coconut flour or almond flour for a substitute. I have lupin flour that I'm going to try and make some recipes with that. Just takes a while to get out all the lumps. Just be patient, keep working it, eventually you get it all done. Something you feel satisfied with. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Now you want 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, and then we need this optional 1/2 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. This is the xanthan gum that I'm using. I got that on Amazon a while back ago. I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of that in. And again, that's optional. According to the YouTuber, he says something about it. There's a possibility if it could turn green or something like that when it cooks, but he said it's fine. I don't know because I never made this particular recipe before. So now we got everything all in here. Let's give it a good whisk. Because the xanthan gum will act like a thickening agent. And that's, now, you can tell by the batter, it's getting really, really thick. Okay, now let's set that aside for a minute. Okay, so we are back. So we have one of these low pans. You throw it. You have a throwaway low pan. We're going to take that. We're going to spray that with cooking oil. And we're using some avocado cooking oil spray. Now let's just go ahead and pour that batter right into here with the spatula. It should all fit in here. I'm going to just do this standing up, and because I'm in the back room. Okay, so now that we get the batter in our low pan, we're just going to take it and smooth it out a little bit. So now I'm going to go get that in the oven. The oven's been preheating to 355 degrees. That'll cook for about 40 to 45 minutes. And this is what it looks like from the overhead. And from the side angle, that's what it looks like from the side. I'm anxious to try it. It looks pretty good. It didn't turn green. And, you know, when you get that going in the oven, we'll cut it up and put a little bit of butter on it and give it a taste test. And let you know if this is going to be a go-to bread. Now, he said that on YouTube you can freeze that and it stays for a few months in a freezer. So that's what I'm looking forward to. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get a little bit ahead on some of my breads that I like to make over the course of my week when I'm eating them. Basically what I'm doing is I'm prepping my meals ahead of time. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And when that's done, we'll cut it up together and we'll try it together and give you my overall assessment and maybe make a hamburger sandwich with it. But I'll talk to you guys later. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. Well, if you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. If you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps other people know when I post videos. Well, this is the first time I made this particular recipe. This is the coconut flour bread. And recap on what we did. We took 7 large eggs in a mixing bowl. We mixed them all together with a whisk. And then we took half a cup of unsalted melted butter. And we did the butter in the microwave for about 20 seconds. Let that cool down. Then we added it to the eggs. Mixed that really well. We added a half a cup of coconut flour. Then we mixed that really well. We added 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum, which was optional. We mixed that all together till it formed a really, really thick batter. And I think that was the reason why you use the xanthan gum, to make it a little bit thicker. And then at that point, we had the oven preheating at 355. That's on noontime on. And then in a 5 by 8.5 inch low pan, we sprayed it really well. We got a tin, it's a throwaway tin. And popped that in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes. And this is what the final product looks like. Just came out of the oven. It's still warm on the bottom. I took a photograph already with the overhead camera, and I got 2 cameras rolling today because I thought maybe when I stop prepping stuff, I'll talk to you in front of the camera, and then I'll have the overhead camera going so I can mix and match with the video and get some good video out of it, hopefully. So anyways, so we use Kerrygold butter for our butter, and we use the unsalted butter. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our placemat down on our cutting board placemat. We have a nice plastic placemat that we had gotten from Marshall's, and they got a set of these. They weren't that as much. But here's the deal. I bought some low pans. It was a set of 2. And I bought them a while back ago. I never used them, and I was going to use one of them today because they're the same size as this low pan. I couldn't get them out of the, they were all stuck in together. So I put them together for the people to buy. I couldn't get them out. I tried whacking them with a hammer and ain't nothing. So that, you know, $8 gone down the tube. So anyways, we're going to take a knife, and we're just going to kind of cut around the edge of the inside of the low pan. Let me zoom out of that on my other camera a little bit, the overhead. Okay. There you go. You see that, guys? Okay, you can see that. I'm just going around the other edge and see if it'll come right out for me. We're going to turn it around. Ha! Came right out. Oh, all right. Look at that, huh? Nice, perfectly low. Now, one of my suggestions to you guys that if you're craving coconut bread, one of my suggestions to you guys, if you're craving cornbread, you could add some cornbread extract in there to give it that authentic cornbread extract flavor, and you know, see what happens with that. And I'm going to See if I can't swing that right around here because I don't want this big overhead shot. So when you take a photograph off of the video, hang on. That guy, huh? Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? That must remind you it's really, really hot. So I'm going to use a piece of paper towel. This is what that looks like from that angle. And that's what it looks like from that side. See that? That back down over there. Now I'm going to put a little bit of butter on it. Because everything tastes good with butter. Butter, butter, butter. Give myself some room. Check my camera angle. There we go. So I got that pretty much in the center for the camera. I'm doing the overhead in the side view camera. Take a little half of a tablespoon of butter and give it a taste test. Don't need much butter. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like with the butter melted. I'm just going to get a taste test or see what happens. Give me my taste. I don't know. I never had this before. It's really, really good, I guess. I don't know. Let's try another piece. I really, really like it. I can spice it up a little bit by adding some savory stuff to it. You can use that for like okay, so one slice comes in at about 1 carb a gram. So if I'm doing the low carb red sauce and with some ground beef or something like that, I can use this for a pasta substitute and just use it to dip my bread in. But I like it. It's good. Now you could even add some little bit of sweetness into it. I could have put some swerve in it. That would have even been good if you wanted a sweet bread. Or you can put some oregano or something like that for a savory. And again, if you like cornbread, you could put some cornbread extract in here and some other different extract flavors, and like a vanilla extract or something like that. But overall, the texture, it feels like bread. Feels like bread, and you know, again, that's from the loaf that we just cut. And I really enjoy this. Look at how nice the golden brown that came out on the bottom, huh? Again, like that. Now here's a thought. I bought some of that good jam from that company that's very low carb. So maybe afterwards I'm going to have a couple of slices to put some jam on it. And then I'm going to probably I'm going to do some with peanut butter. I have some low fat Skippy peanut butter, and I have some regular peanut butter from the Teddy peanut butter, which has no sugar in it. But I use a lot of that for bacon, by the way. I'm going to have another slice of it. This is really good. Yeah, look at that, guys, huh? Look at that. Does it make your mouth watery? But my question of the day is, did you guys ever make this bread before? And if you did, how did it come out? And what do you put on it for a topping? And you could probably make this into like a grilled cheese sandwich or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up my my slice I just had. Then I'm going to take the rest of this and I'm going to put it in my loafing pan, or back in my loafing pan, and I'm going to slice it all up so I can have it later. And when it cools, I'll put a saran wrap around it or something and put it in the refrigerator. When all that cools, after I get it into my back into my low pan, I'll put some aluminum foil around it, and then when it cools, I'll put it in the refrigerator, and then I'll have it over the course of the next few days. Then I can have a nice little snack with it later. You can fry these up, or you put them in the air fryer. You know, there's a lot of endless possibilities. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, huh? Ain't that really cool? I don't think it came out too bad for the first time as somebody that made a bread before. But anyways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Oh, I'll have the YouTubers link below the video and the show more. And I'm not going to put the directions because I didn't create the directions. I got the directions from his YouTube channel. But I'll put the directions above the timeline when the video is playing. And also you can go to the YouTuber's link and you can check out the other videos that he does. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Remember, God loves you. I love you. Have a terrific day.